Raiden is a vertically scrolling shooter, originally released in arcades in 1990. The 16-bit ports that follow added Trad to the title, but Raiden Trad is really a port of the arcade game, nothing more. The Super Nintendo version hit North American shores in the spring of 1992. Per usual, Earth is under attack from an alien species, and there's just a single hope for all of humanity. In this case, it's the Raiden Supersonic Attack Fighter. Raiden has received many ports over the years, and the Atari Jaguar version is the one I'm most familiar with. It's a game I really enjoy, with thought-out level progression, balanced gameplay, tough bosses, a nice power-up system, smooth graphics, and a terrific soundtrack. The Super Nintendo port contains very few of these things. The title screen starts off promising enough, with a passable rendition of the classic Raiden theme music. The opening cinematic is also surprisingly solid, with the Raiden fighter jet launching off the iconic aircraft carrier. And then almost immediately, the frame rate starts stuttering. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on YouTube, but the frame rate is actually really choppy, jumping between 15 and 60 frames per second at any given moment. It's a really jarring experience, and something that didn't happen with my beloved Jag version. After your eyes adjust to the awkward frame rate, the audio kicks in. The weapon sounds are simplistic and obnoxious. Worse yet, they almost completely drown out the background music. The weapon firing sound is all you're gonna hear for the next 45 minutes. One of the best parts of the original Raiden is its amazing soundtrack. The SNES music isn't great, but the compositions here are faithful, and they are as catchy as ever, so it's a shame you can't really hear them. The gameplay isn't much better. The mechanics from the arcade version are intact. Collecting a red power-up will level up your Vulcan cannon. This weapon has a great spread and covers a good portion of the screen. The blue power-up is a laser. It's very powerful, but covers a narrow section of the screen. Normally, there would be a trade-off or balance between the two weapons, but the Vulcan Cannon spread shot is pretty overpowered, and there is no benefit to using the narrow laser shot. You can also collect a secondary missile power-up. These come in two varieties, normal and homing. Again, the homing missiles take out most enemies quickly, and there is no point in grabbing the non-homing variety. Not only does Raiden Trad really fall on the weapons front, the gameplay is pretty broken as well. Even on normal difficulty, the game is ridiculously easy. For a large majority of the levels, you can just hover near the top of the screen without fear of anything. Your Vulcan shot and homing missiles will take out enemies before they even reach the visible portion of the screen. The first boss of the game is a battle against two large tanks, but you can actually take out the first one before it even appears on the screen. This crater is the tank we just exploded. The boss of level 4 is also nerfed, and at one point just stops firing at you altogether. It's clear the developers of this port really didn't understand what Raiden is all about. Raiden, for me, has always felt like a struggle. Your ship moves a touch too slow compared to the weapon arsenal of the alien enemies. However, with decent reaction time and plenty of memorization, the game is manageable, and for the most part, the challenge is fair. This challenge makes the game a ton of fun. Combine this with the great graphics and rocking soundtrack, and you have a classic shmup. Raiden Trad on the SNES is just a mess. The sprite work is nice, but little things are missing. The river in the first stage, for example, is stationary and doesn't flow. Everything else in the game is below average. I'm not going to say Raiden Trad is one of the worst games of all time. The game works, the controls are responsive, and I'm sure beginners won't mind how easy it is to break the game. Still, if you're a fan of shmups, especially Raiden, this feels very underwhelming. All 8 stages are here, as is the 2-player co-op. If you are into high scores, you can still collect medals to earn bonus points if you beat a level without dying, but honestly, don't bother. 2 out of 5.